Hello from California. This is Sandy from Messy Paper Crafts, your #1 online store with the most exciting crafting items. And welcome to this week's episode of What's in This Box. And I have to say, I'm very excited because it's from Studio Light, a very, very beautiful, nostalgic, retro romance look. So let's grab this all out. When I started crafting, I kind of assumed that the Studio Light range of their stamps, it's a little bit similar to All and Create, and as in that they have these, more mixed media, more grungy look, and I just loved that. And when I investigated further, then I realized, wow, this brand Studio Light, they have all sorts of different ideas. So they have also die cuts that are more essentials that you can use for leaves and stems, but they also have a teddy bear and very interesting die cutting looks. And then also this brand, which is called JMA, and it stands for Jenine's Mindful Art Collection. So we have this all in. This is all the brand new collection from Studio Light. And let's start with the typical scrapbooking paper that they have in this line of Jenine's Mindful Art Collection. And this whole collection is called Write Your Story. And I mean, just by looking at this, you see how stunning these colors are and the tonality. I just think it's amazing. And the scrapbooking paper, that's the typical size, of course, 12 by 12. Let me see, is this the right way around? Yes. So here we have 6 different designs, double-sided and twice. So this is always nice, I have to say, when a company gives me not just the one sheet, but actually 2 sheets, because if they have a different design on the back, I always find this very difficult to decide which side should I cut. So here you get twice the paper with the double-sided. And I think it's great because you can use it as a scrapbooking paper, or you can just cut out these different sections, and then you could also use it for a card or an art journal or whatever project you have in mind. And this is really cool. I have to say, I love this, and I also love this. So I'm glad that I don't have to decide. We get two sheets here. All right. Next one. I must do the right side. This seems to be all a bit mixed up. Never mind. Okay, let's take it this way around. Again, 2 sheets. And here we have this kind of scribbled look, or like a letter, or like a vintage postcard or something like that, which is really nice as a texture. And then on this side, we have more of a motif this way around. Okay. So here you can once again use it as a scrapbooking page, or the size also works well to cut it into a card or a smaller project. I love this when companies are doing this, because oftentimes when you have a scrapbooking paper, like the 12 by 12 inch, then the motif becomes so big that you can't really use it for a card. But here you have really both options. And of course, if you don't like this side, then you could just use this side. Then we have 2 of these. So beautiful, really. I mean, it's still a little bit grungy in a way, I assume, but it's also very romantic. So you have all these scribbles here, this background, this kind of mixed media look, and then these beautiful tones of these flowers like brown and beige and blue. Just really, really nice. And then you have this on the front. It's just gorgeous, I have to say. I'm so excited that we have this in our store. Here we have this blue tint and these novels or books, because it's all about write your story. So that fits, of course. And then on the back we have this. Oh, it's also just beautiful. I love this look. Then we have 2 sides here. So here I would say this is probably now your typical scrapbooking paper, because I would say for a card it's a bit difficult, because if you cut something out as a background, then the letters, they probably are too large for anything that you put in the front. So here I would say that's most likely more for a bigger project. Doesn't have to be a scrapbook, could be for a canvas, or if you want to frame an art project or something. But here again, if you turn it around, then you could cut out these items and they would also fit onto a smaller project. I just think this is stunning. And then this is the last one. Here we have this typewriter, just so beautiful. Here it says love. Like I said, very vintage and romantic. And here again, what I would believe is great for a bigger project. So I think this is really nice because it just gives you a lot of variety. So well done, Jenine's Mindful Art Collection. This is probably one of my most favorite papers, just because I think the colors, they just work so nicely together. Like, it's romantic but not kitsch or something. It's, I don't know, it's still very artistic. This retro look is just what I love about it, I have to say. It's just really nice. So here we have this 8x8 now. And again, you could use this for either, I don't know, you can layer this together with this bigger paper, or you can just layer it on a smaller project, like a card or something. And similar to what I've just shown you, let me go sideways, it's easier. You have these backgrounds here, and here you would see now that if this was too big for you, then here you have now a smaller version. I would probably still get this bigger one as well, and then just combine the two. So you can make a card out of this here as a background, and then you can cut this, for example, like a bigger focal point. Let me just take this in so you can see. So here you could cut this, and that would make a really nice focal point. But here the background would fit better on a smaller project. So I love how this all works together. And here just flip through because you've seen some of these already. Here again, really cool focal points. If you don't want to cut them out from the bigger scrapbooking paper, here you get these squares. I just think this is fantastic. Oh wait, let me actually see how many you get here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So 4 of the same. I just think this looks fantastic. And here you have these pieces that you can just cut, and then you can also just layer them onto your card or the project or the scrapbooking, whatever you have in mind. How cool is that with the typewriter? Again, really nice objects here to cut. And last but not least, it's this page. How awesome is that? I just think this looks stunning. And then, interesting enough, they didn't just bring out one 8x8 inch, they also give you this one. So here you have another chance. If you didn't like the one, then here you get more of these backgrounds that we just looked at, just a little bit smaller. Here again, we just saw this one. And again, you get 4 pages. And yeah, this way you get lots of variety. So yeah, fantastic how they all work together. But even better, now we speak about my most favorite of the Studio Light range. And it basically means that you get these paper elements. And as you can see, you don't have to cut them because they're already cut for you, which I love. So I'll show you what that means. It means that if you look, whoops, this is actually 2 pages. If you look here, these are pop outs. So you literally just pop them out. You don't have to cut them. And this is your ephemera. And this way you can layer this onto your project, and super easy because you just pop it out. I hope you can see this, how easily this just pops out. And if you are not into fussy cutting, like what you would have done with these ones over here that I just shown you, those pages at the end, you have to cut the items, and here they just pop out. And it's kind of neat because it's not like a bag of ephemera, because once you open it, it's always the question, how do I store it? Like, where do you put it? You have to get like a tin or like a plastic bag or something. And here it just stays neat and tidy because it's all in this booklet. And you can pop this one out, but not this one. And this way you can just still flip through. And it's, I think, the best way to have tidy ephemera, so that you can just go through and see what you like and just use it for your projects. I mean, how absolutely gorgeous is this? This typewriter, like this one with a feather, like a letter. Even this little piece here, that's like an office clip with a flower on it. And you can just pop this all out. I just think it's a fantastic idea by Studio Light. I mean, they are just amazing how they think about these things and how they design them. Like, so clever. I mean, how beautiful are all of these different ephemera pieces. Gorgeous. So next up, which I also love, are these ones. So let's talk about the stencils. So that's a funny one, right? Because here you get these letters, and that goes a little bit more into the Studio Light, how I was introduced to it, that it had this grungy look or this more mixed media look, and I wasn't aware of this Jenine's Mindful Art collection. So the Studio Light brand, they are basically the mother brand, and underneath they have lots of different designers. You might also know Art by Marlene. They also have really great products and lots of really interesting stickers. And similar to that, this Jenine's Mindful Art collection is kind of like the under brand for Studio Light. And I think it's great because you just find something for everybody. You can find this more mixed media letter look. You can find something more romantic. Art by Marlene is often a bit more quirky, a bit more bold. And then you also get Essentials by Studio Light. So it really has something for everybody. It's fantastic. Here we have this feather and scribbles, like this clear stamp. Really good because it's a good size compared to my hand. You really fill either a really big card, or it could also be for scrapbooking or art journaling. Or of course you could have a smaller card and just cut it off here, and then you just get the feather, which is nice. And also here we have these books. Hope you can see this, that it doesn't reflect too much. So it's this kind of book layout, and then flower on top, and then some kind of scribbles, and it has this really nice retro vibe. I just think it's almost a bit Beauty and the Beast, because it reminds me of Beauty, who likes to read books. And then we have this rose here. So very romantic, but again, I don't think it's kitschy, because I think it's, yeah, it has this retro vibe to it. And then we have these really cool die cuts. So this is what that would look like. You can cut it from like a metallic paper, then it's a little bit more poppy, or you can use like a white paper, you can color it yourself. Lots of different options here. So I hope that you're as excited as I am, especially about this. I love all these variety here. And that's it for now. If you like this video, then please leave a thumbs up. And if you like to watch more exciting products, then make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you'll never miss out on these exciting items. And let me know if you love the new products as much as I do. Just leave me a comment. And with that, have a crafty day, and remember, no stressy, be messy, and have fun. See you next time.